Hello everyone, Flavia Moki here with another video. Pay attention to this video, right? If you have not paid attention to my videos, please do pay attention to this video. All right. Having said that, if you've not subscribed to my video channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, like, all the good stuff. I get back to you, right? So, the topic of the video today is never say never. Today, I almost get scammed out of a lot of money, about close to 3,000, right? So this is what happened, right? I'll break it down to you, right? So I'm busy doing my IT work, and in between, I get a call, right? And the call, almost similar to the call ID from the guys I'm working with, right? So I'm like, oh, probably it's one of the guys calling me. So I normally don't pick up any like potential scam calls, right? So I'm like, you know what, but this is different. Let me pick it up. So I pick up the phone, right? So the guy's like, are you Flavian? I'm like, so it's a lady, right? With the Spanish accent. She's like, I'm like, who's asking? She's like, oh, I'm with the Federal Border Patrol on the Mexican side, and wanted to talk to you. So I'm like, oh, hold up, what? So I'm like, who? She told me, yeah, my name is, I can't remember her name. She told me to write it down, and she gave me a badge number, and she said she's the Mexican, what do you call it? Mexican Border Patrol. Like, there's the US side and the Mexican side, right? And they had a package with someone by the name Roberto Sanchez, right? And he's from El Paso, and if I know him, and I'm like, no, I don't know anyone about that name. So it's like, she's like, okay, this package has a lot of money, and we think there's also drugs in the package. I'm like, heck no, there's no way, no, Roberto Sanchez. So the lady's like, okay, you know what? Are you sure you don't have a house in El Paso, Texas? I'm like, freaking El Paso, Texas. I've never been to El Paso, Texas. I'm like, no. Okay, she's like, there's a house rented with your name in El Paso, Texas. And this guy, Roberto, is going to that address, and you're linked to that address. I'm like, heck no way. No way, right? So they put me on the defense, right? They put me on the defense. So like, okay, now that I've taken your story, right? It's on the recorder line. Let me bring my boss. The dude comes in, also the Spanish accent, and he runs the story, right? Oh, know this guy? No. Are you associated with any address in El Paso? Because your name is there. That when the call before that, they raided that house. They didn't find anyone, but they found a lot of bank statements with your name. I'm like, what? Say, no way. I don't know this guy. So, all right. So like, okay, I took your notes and everything, take my badge number and all that. It seems so legit. So I'm like, cool. I'm taking notes. I have a pen and paper. I write the badge ID, Mexican Border Patrol, blah, blah, blah. So the guy's like, okay, are you near a computer right now? I say, yes. Go online and search US Treasury for Arizona. And that number popped up, right? So it's like, okay, we're going to transfer you now to the US authorities, because now this is nothing to do with Mexico. This is more US. I'm like, holy crap, man. This stuff is getting serious. So they say they're going to transfer me this guy. So in the meantime, I'm trying to talk to this guy. I'm saying, hello. And the phone is, I can hear him in the background, but it's not like he's responding to me. Before I know it, the phone hang up. I'm like, whoa. So I'm left like kind of wondering, what the heck is going on? What's the next step? Before I know it, I get a call with the US Arizona Treasury with the same number that I saw online. Like, it's so legit. Like, I'm like, holy crap. So this guy comes up online, said, oh, my name, I'm officer blah blah blah, I'm a federal agent, and we want to run you by this story. So it's like, okay, this guy was we went to this house, and we couldn't find anyone, but there's a lot of bank statements to their name. So I'm like, no, I've never been to El Paso. So the guy's like, okay, this guy has accounts in many banks, right? And I'm like, no, I only give him the bank numbers that I have. He's like, okay, you know what? All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna freeze. Tell me which banks you're with, or you're gonna freeze all these other accounts because we don't want all your accounts to be frozen. And I know for sure if they freeze your accounts, right, before you get anything back with the government, it's just a lot of work. So I'm like, okay, I'm telling the banks I'm with. So he's like, all right, we're gonna freeze the rest. So he comes back, he's like, okay, now we wanna see how we can resolve this, right? Because we checked, and you're not being a criminal, you're not involved in illegal activities, but now we just want to resolve this because your name has been implicated, and now this is a federal case. Man, the dude gives me a case number and everything. So it's like, all right, we're gonna resolve this in two ways. The first way is you come to the office in Phoenix, and then they'll investigate, they'll bring you in, they'll charge you, make sure you have money for the bail, they may lock you up, and we might transfer you, if you don't have enough money, the marshals might transfer you from Arizona to to Texas, El Paso. I'm like, crap. So it's like, okay, there's another option. We'll resolve this online, where we'll follow through, make sure your accounts are legit, and then this whole process is gonna go. So I'm like, man, everything's being recorded, and so mind is racing. I'm like, all right, forget option one. I wanna go with option two. So it's like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Option two. Option two is now want you to go to the bank and withdraw this cash amount. Was about close to 3,000, and once you withdraw that amount, we'll show you where to put it, and that amount is gonna be linked to your account. Oh, that's where my red flags through. I'm through the red flags. I'm like, repeat that again. You're saying you want to me to go to the bank, withdraw money, and then put it in an account. It's gonna be linked to my account. Like, yes, that's how we'll do. And we only have like 2 hours to fix this. If you don't hurry up, everything will not be able to follow this process. You just have to go with option one. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, no, it's okay. Go to the bank. They have your picture to the ATM. They have your face. They'll capture your face. They'll see the amount you're drawing. Make sure you take the bank slip, and then send us a bank slip and put the money in your account to tell you, and everything will be fine. I was like, no, man, this guy just full of crap. So I say, you know what? I'll think about this. I'll call you tomorrow. So the guy was like, no, can I do this? So I hanged up. So I just hanged up the phone. I was like, no, this gotta be a scam. I gotta start thinking right. There's no way someone will tell me to remove cash from an ATM to go put it in a different account and then send them a bank slip. That just doesn't work. So after waiting 10 minutes, I called the same number because I'm like, you know what? Let me just find out, right? Call the same number. It rang only once, and the lady picked up. So I said, U.S. Department, like, said yes. I'm like, oh, wrong number. So I was like, the numbers when you call the government offices just don't go straight to someone doesn't pick up. There's a kind of automated machine that directs you different departments, right? So, and then she's like, are you sure? I'm like, which government worker, if you tell them that you have the wrong number, they're gonna ask whether you're sure. So I wait about another 10 minutes or so, then call the number, And guess what? The number now was directed to the right US department, and I was kind of now it came the answering machine came up and directed me to different extensions. So these guys are so good where they connect somehow your phone to ring with the specific caller ID that they want, and you truly think they are the right people calling from either whichever department. But this is what I'll say, man. If the call you don't know, don't pick it up. If someone they really want to deal with you, they'll leave a message. Then you can probably call back. You can verify that information for yourself. But never, ever, ever remove cash to send to anyone, to nowhere. Don't ever, ever do it. And guess what? If you have a case, whatever it be, it's a process. You're gonna follow the process. It's a process, and you'll deal with it whatever happens. But never, ever, ever give your money. So I almost got scammed a lot of money, but the thing that threw red flags is I can't remove the amount they're asking for is more than what the ATM you can remove the ATM. That they should have known that if they're $100 guys. Then the other thing also, never remove any money to give anyone. You need everything to be tracked, and don't do it. So that's my story. Almost got scammed. I'm glad I had my red flags that came up, and I didn't end up losing my money. So my friends, this is a video you need to watch. Please share. Be vigilant out there, because these guys are not sleeping, man. You guys are working, making money, and they are thinking of ways to separate you with your money. So then, my friends, take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.